The Crimson Jungle by Camilla Mera. An adventure for Ronin by Slightly Reckless Games. Please, brave warriors, I beg of you to travel to the Scarlet Temple and put an end to those who tarnished my honour.
So what is our motivation for doing this if we're both so afraid, apart from the dream is compelling us?
You turn to me and you say, and I'm like, no, this is the right thing to do. We need to set the spirits to rest. I hold my divining rod and I cast it around.
It's just kind of a general vibe of
oh my god,
danger.
Threat is everywhere.
Yeah.
I just want to lay these bodies to rest.
Okay, but we don't have time for this. We're here for a mission. There is a natural order to things round here. It's the circle of life. Leave it be.
You notice there is a silver chalice on the outside of the door.
I've got a vial of blood I'm going to randomly pour into this chalice.
Enter. You've paid the price. Come on in. You're greeted with the sight of an elderly man. I came not long after the eclipse. As I heard, this place had some very interesting items for alchemical properties.
Who are the Demon Clan?
But if you run across a Demon Clan member, the only thing that you will encounter is savagery and pain. Storms are becoming more frequent and the power has been expanding.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
There's Old Spice and there's No Spice. That's the one for me.
How far is it to the Scarlet Temple?
It might be 2 days travel, I would say, to get there. You need to go up to a lake where there's a stream you can follow up, and you want to get up to the falls. From the falls, you could be able to climb towards the temple. But there's been some strange noises.
I feel like strange noises in the context of the strangest place on the blimmin' planet is like
almost cross a creature that kind of is crossing the path with you, and this flytrap hydra lunges towards you and starts to try and attack. Chapter 4. Jungle is massive. So roll me initiative, one of you. A d6, please.
My divining rod starts like vibrating very heavily, and I'm like, Yummy, I don't think it's friendly.
5.
There's a
so
threat.
you two will go first. So this thing is a bit away from you, but looking to close the distance fast. So roll me your what is it? Roll a d6 and add your swiftness to it, and whoever gets the higher number goes first.
A 6.
5.
Cool. So Ray, you'll be going first.
It's quite far away.
So if you're doing your normal marching formation of
yeah, let's just assume we are.
Yeah, 20 feet to Yamanakaze, and then probably another like 10-15 feet to the Hydra.
Okay. I am going to... one sec. I need to find the rules. I'm going to cast my unseen text, Spectral Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And this summons a skeletal Ronin to fight alongside us for D6 rounds.
Nice. So make a...
I say that I'm going to try.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I've
you know
got
what?
to beat
You know
12.
how we do it. That's it.
Spirit
on your
check.
Spirit.
And oh my god, a 9 on the dice plus 3 gets there.
12. Yep. So what does this look like? How does this?
Yeah. Well, the picture from the book, which I particularly like,
or more the act of you doing it as well. Like how?
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think to recite one of our most shared favourite animations as children, the Jackie Chan
Adventures.
I'm reading out this comic, this unseen text. Sitting down, being like, "Uma Goi Goi Fai Di Zhao." I'm really thinking about how to summon this, and then this skeletal Ronin just like climbs up out of the ground next to me. And it is a samurai, an undead samurai, wearing bone armor with a katana. and I just point and say, attack.
Fair. As this thing kind of goes, and we'll have it act. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I need to roll a d6 to determine how many rounds it's around
how long
for.
it stands for. Yeah.
It's 4 rounds.
Cool. Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think that's my action. I'd like to slightly back away to be behind the
big
fair. Beefy Ronin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fine. And this thing will say it can do its action now as well when you do it. So it charges up and attacks, I assume.
Yeah, that would be great to have it do
Cool.
that.
As it passes you, Zen, you notice it kind of looks at you almost, and there's a bit of almost a flash of familiarity there between them. But it's only a moment, and then it charges on, and it goes to strike at this thing. And you feel a familiarity as well. The way it moves, the way it attacks, it all seems a bit familiar.
It's not my matey, is it? The one I killed.
You are getting vibes of that. It does remind you of Daiichi.
Do I know him? Why are you so familiar?
You're like, Ray, did you just summon my best friend from the dead to fight alongside us?
Well, Ray, I don't know if you choose who comes. You just open the door.
Think so.
You don't know who walks through.
Yeah. Just summon a skeletal Ronin.
Right.
So they have a katana and do D8 damage.
So you will basically roll a vigor for them. Do they have a vigor?
I don't have.
Oh no, okay,
stats.
right. You roll. We will roll. That's a good point. You won't have that because normally you would be doing it. So I will do that. Let's see what they're going to have.
While you're doing that, I'll read out the description. The undead samurais, they call them the restless spirits of those warriors who refuse to embrace death's icy grasp. They roam the land, driven by an unyielding will to fight on, even though their flesh has long since rotted away. They're a fearsome sight, with tattered armour and rusted blades, their eyes glowing with an eerie, otherworldly light. Some say they seek revenge for past wrongs, while others believe they simply cannot accept their own mortality. Whatever the reason, they are to be avoided at all costs, for even in death, they're deadly adversaries. Adversaries. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. What's your vigor? Let's use your vigor, Ray.
I don't think we should use my vigor. I think that's wild. That'd be wildly inappropriate.
Why don't we use your spirit then?
Yeah, that sounds much better. That
sounds better, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You -2 vigor or something stupid like that.
-2.
Boy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I roll, and then I'm trying to beat a D12, or like what? How does
Correct. You're trying to beat 12.
It's 12. That is a crit.
It's normal.
Critical.
Very good. So they have critted on an attack, which means... Oh, I've got the page open here, in fact. The enemy takes double damage.
Woo! So I rolled 2d8?
Roll 2d8, yes.
Yeah! That is an 8 and a 4, so 12 damage.
You basically almost kill this thing in one hit. Just the sword kind of just gets caught in some vines on the way, but yeah, this summoned spirit moves and acts with the ferocity of somebody from the Shadow Clan. Yeah, you almost cut this thing completely up. Zen, it's your turn.
Cool. I think I'm going to set my bear trap.
Sorry, just clarification. We obviously reclaimed the bear trap that we set
Yeah.
in the just outside
I pick up each time.
Nobody said it, and of course that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll retcon that. Don't worry, I'll edit it back in and go, at this point, they decided to pick up their bear trap. They didn't say, so I won't punish them.
I've unpacked I've packed up the tent as well. My makeshift tent of net tent, camo tent.
This is
Put
what we
it
like
away.
in our adventure fantasy games. Logistics. Yeah, perfect.
Logistics, shipping, and operations. Yeah, so I've set my bear trap kind of in front of me, and I'm going to taunt the Hydra boy, being like, "How many?" I'm going to taunt it. Can I? I've done that as an action. Can I? I want to throw a non-poison shuriken at it, being like,
No,
"Come
so
at me."
it would be. It's kind of so like with D&D is 6 seconds. This is kind of a turn is kind of at almost heartbeats level. It's setting a bear trap. If you had one you could like throw out and it was already set, then maybe. But I think placing the bear trap and taunting it would be a full kind of turn for you there.
Okay, be like, "Haha, stupid six-headed Hydra. Wouldn't it be a shame if, you know, you mess with us and then your 5 heads would feel sad."
That's poetry. That taunt there.
You
It was
tell
really
him. You tell him, Yami.
really effective. Make me a spirit test, but it's going to be a
Difficult.
14 because that was not very convincing, I'm afraid.
What are you talking about?
Venus flytraps don't have ears.
Doesn't speak your language. That's clearly where the issue lies.
Okay, I
Yeah, what
failed.
language did the other person? Anyway, that's a whole different.
Your language. You failed.
What's
Okay,
the-
so this thing is too busy with the spirit to kind of notice you.
Skeletal Ronin.
Now,
I mean, my taunting was pretty good. It'd be like, I'm all for spirit control, to be honest. You know, can't go around summoning dead samurai with katana everywhere. It's like,
I look behind
yeah.
me. What?
You can't be
so
going around doing that.
the Hydra looked like it was going to. It looked like it was potentially going to waver and break, but it actually so angered it launches at the Ronin there and will try and attack them. So make a swiftness defense roll for the Ronin using your swiftness, Ray,
Okay.
and it's a 12.
I got a 13.
Cool. So you take no damage. We now move back to the top of the round. So Ray or both of you. Sorry, no. Roll a dice. 1 to 3. The enemies go first. 4 to 6. The Hydra goes.
Okay.
So just one dice.
I have 5.
Cool. You will be going first then, and roll a d6 and add your swiftness to it.
Another 5.
Ray goes first.
Perfect. Would you like the Ronin to go first?
I think the Ronin's going to go first, yeah.
Cool.
So again, another
Okay.
spirit attack.
Spirit. Yep.
That is a 18.
Yep. You hit. Do d8.
1d8. That's 2.
You do no damage actually, as some one of the vines wraps around the sword and kind of holds it in place. As
It like
one of
cuts
the other
through the
mounts
vine,
goes
so it
to-
doesn't get to.
doesn't get to the meat of it.
Yeah.
So, Ray, what are you going to be doing?
I am going to. So that's 2 rounds of my 4 rounds of the.
This is the second one, yes.
Ronin. Yeah, sorry, so I don't forget. I am going to how like so my Karagusame.
Kusarigama.
Sorry.
That's all right.
How much range does that have? It just says.
It says ranged. I
Release
think
slash-
if you get a bit closer, you can try and whip it with the thing. But
Okay.
it will basically it'll make it's ranged, but the thing will be able to, if it wants to, could move up and attack you in that turn.
But would take an opportunity attack? Do they
It's not a
exist
thing.
in this? Not a
Not a
thing.
thing.
Okay, great,
No.
cool. I am gonna. Yami, you got this. Hang back.
Just hang back. Okay.
Finish
cool.
it, Yami.
Well, I've got my little bear trap set, so I'm going to try and taunt it again.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw a shuriken at it.
Yep. Cool. So you want to use a spirit and beat 12.
A ranged attack spirit.
They are, yes.
Interesting.
It wildly misses.
Do you want to use a virtue?
Yes.
Could re-roll it then. Or you could reduce the test by a d4 if you want to. I think you have to
I'll
use that
a
before you roll.
virtue.
To
I'm
re-roll,
using
yeah.
a virtue. That's a 17.
Cool. Yep, you hit. So
Nice.
roll your damage for it. You're choosing a regular shuriken.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not wasting a poison one. So
Yeah, fair.
that's D4. So yeah, that's 4 damage, and
You catch this thing. I think as it kind of where the slice of the previous thing cut through some of the vines, it's actually opened up a hole underneath where the sensitive kind of middle parts are. You kind of take sight and aim true, and you throw it, and it just twists end over end before landing clean in this thing's heart, and it just lets out a horrible cry, all these different heads as it just slumps to the ground and dies.
that's
I knew
a
you
shame,
had it,
'cause
Yami. Well done. You killed it.
I had a new taunt. What a shame. I guess it'll never hear it.
He had a taunt to try out.
Yeah. So I got all those heads, and you thought this was a good idea.
Put that one in the book for next time.
Yeah.
Okay, so question.
Sure.
The skeletal Ronin,
Hmm.
what happens to it at the end of D4 rounds?
We had this conversation beforehand, didn't
Yeah,
we?
did
About
we-
what would happen to it. No, it will just fade away. It's animated by the text in your thing, and you see it.
Fades away. Interesting.
Well,
Wait,
yeah.
I've still got
Doesn't,
2
like,
rounds to
fall-
talk to him.
Doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you can talk to it, but it doesn't like fall on the ground limp. I can't
No,
strip it for its mail and then.
No, no,
I've
it
got
just
a
kind of
sword and
it doesn't
some
just go.
heavy
I'll see you
armor I
later.
can sell
Ugh.
now.
No, no.
Okay,
it
cool,
it
cool,
goes
cool.
with it. Yeah.
It like evaporates
is-
and reforms
Fucking
back in the
min-maxer.
text. I like
Yeah.
that.
All right, so I'm gonna go to
I've
the
got 3 gold
spirit,
for life, Yami.
and I'm gonna ask him, why? Who are you? You feel familiar?
It can't talk, but it does turn to look at you. And do you have? Is there a means of identifying each other? Did you have like a salute or anything in your time in the Shadow
I've
Clan?
got a scar on my face, so you'd recognise me.
There is a look of recognition there to you, but I think it does the kind of salute of your clan.
The
So
Shadow
put say
Clan.
like, yeah, exactly. So puts
Brother,
maybe
is
two
that you?
two fingers to the forehead, and it kind of does a brief acknowledgement before as it fades away. There,
Is this the redemption I've been looking for? Am I forgiven?
who knows?
Not me. Matey's
Answers
gone.
may be awaiting, but yes,
Ask the divining rod.
divining
Am I
rod.
forgiven?
Am I forgiven? Yes or no? The only person I think if it could answer, the only thing it could say is forgiveness can only be found from within. But
You
it
could
wasn't
also
asked.
ask for it.
Well, it's true. There is that too. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay, cool. So you this thing. Roll me a d6 actually. As
Yeah, I'm going to inspect it. Can I retrieve my shuriken, or is it kind of done?
you can retrieve it. How many have you got left?
Well, if I retrieve it, I'm back to 20.
20.
18
perfect.
normal.
Why not?
2
bloody,
poison.
why not? Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
You find on it there's a very interesting looking leaf that you could sell, or actually might be of interest to Ken's.
What about the creature itself? Can we make food out of it or anything?
You could take stuff to make provisions for sure.
Yeah, let's take some provisions
Yeah,
from
so you cut a bit off it. It's despite having like it's a weird combination of both plant and animal. So you get your fiber, get your protein. So you could take some meat from it to top up your food supplies for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
So
the
Ray,
plants, are the plants a bit like cactuses? Do they have like
so they're
water
like
in
Venus
them?
flytraps.
Well, this particular creature is the one that is, and you found on its body, you found a leaf that looked interesting. It looked like it was high value, maybe something the kind of thing Kensuke would.
Hmm,
Excuse me, kind of thing that Kensuke would be after.
Yeah, so I've taken it for us to sell to him later.
amazing.
All right, let's keep moving then. I'll pick up my bear trap, by the way. I'm picking it up. I'm putting it back away.
I'm glad you're keeping track of this. Good. Okay. Nice.
Bye
The
bye,
rest of the
skeletal Ronin.
Goodbye,
the
friend.
rest of the journey goes rather uneventfully as you reach. You follow. Yeah, this, and the path leads to a creek that takes you towards this large lake. As you stand on the shore, you can see actually the silhouette of on top of a mountain what looks to be a building that could be the temple. It's on the other
Ooh.
side of the lake, though. At the end of your journey, you think, is in sight, but still a distance away. You make your way around the edge and see the river that Kensuke spoke of. You follow it upstream for a distance before it becomes impossible to follow the path on the other side, unless you cross it. It is fast, dangerous, and deadly. Very sharp rocks stick out of the water, and the noise of the water drowns out the ambience of the jungle and all other noises there. You notice that you could try and jump across if you want to, but this isn't without its risks in doing so. There's a tall tree that's next to it too, that's kind of quite close to the bank
On the other side.
on your side.
So like a sort of we could chop it down, push it over style.
Would you like? I mean, if you look at it, you can see that it's wide and tall enough that it could be used as a bridge, and it's actually been hollowed out by termites and insects. So if you
It's not
wanted
that
to try
heavy.
and chop it down, you
What's
could do.
on the other? Are we? How is there anything else on the other, like trees on the other side, or anything?
Yeah, it's kind of foresty on that side too.
So, Ray, let's climb up this tree because I've got my grappling hook and we've got the rope. So I'm going to tie one end obviously to the hook and then throw it across the other side. Kind of, let's just attack, get it onto a tree onto the other side and just swing across.
I mean, that sounds great. That means we're less making less noise.
Right, let's do that.
Cool. So if you've got the grappling hook you're going to use, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
How long's the rope that we got from the fisherman?
It would be long enough to get you across here if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
Is that
So just tie it here. Yeah, that sounds great.
very tiny.
So we're tying it to the hook and then
And
I'll
tying it
kind of
around the tree.
do my action and no, we're
Tie-
going to throw it across to the other side.
We're going to tie it
Swing.
to something first, though, so we don't.
No, we're just swinging across.
I'm going to
we can
hold
retrieve
on
it
to
from the
the
other
end of the rope, just so
Yeah,
we don't
fine.
lose the whole thing.
Have you climbed the tree? Are you on the floor?
Yeah, we've climbed the tree. Of course, we're not letting go of the rope, Ray.
I'm just saying.
How are we going to swing across?
I'm just saying. We've all seen the cartoon loops. You know, they throw the thing and then no one's holding the thing. You didn't want to tie it, so I was just clarifying that we'll hold on to it.
Well, no, because I'm just holding it, so we just swing it, and it will loop round
do we
onto the
climb
other
the
side.
tree? Okay. Is the tree okay to climb?
Yes, but will be a bit of a squeeze for you to be both at the top of this
Yeah.
this thing.
Are you imagining me holding on to you while you swing us across?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't want to like tie it, try and grapple it onto the other bit, and then like jimmy down.
I mean, I can just swing across by myself if you're not willing to come.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I trust you. Okay,
Then
let's
hold
do it.
tight.
Let's do it.
And
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
swing
yeah.
over.
Okay, I'm holding tight.
Cool. So, make me a spirit roll to see if you can successfully throw this grappling hook across and do it.
21.
Perfect. You swing it around a couple of times, you let go, you see it sail off into the trees, and it kind of, you pull it, it tugs tight and holds firm. Now, to swing across successfully for both of you, you'll need to make me swiftness tests.
Yeah, 16.
Nice.
12.
The 16 is good. The 12, you kind of, I assume Ray is kind of a bit higher than you, and you just slightly misjudge the thing of it. So as you swing, you just kind of like crack your shins on the other shore as you get to the other side. So you take 1 damage.
Okay. Wow, first damage.
First
It's
blood.
like in combat.
The shins.
Oh, both of them, terrible wound.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's like
Good
when
thing you got that
kick
potion, eh?
when you kick a chair or something.
table.
Yeah, table.
But as you step onto the other side of the river and stand up, kind of rubbing your sore shins there, you hear a high-pitched kind of bestial scream from further up the rapids, and you notice there's a small shape seems to be thrashing in the stream and coming towards you. It's a tiger cub that's being buffeted by the currents. It catches onto a branch near you and is hanging on for dear life, but the water around it is churning madly, and you see it's being attacked by a shoal of piranha. This thing is just being savaged by it. That's the situation.
Good thing we didn't swim. Let's help the cub.
Wait, really?
Wait, if we can reach in and just grab the branch and pull it in, right?
Yeah, I mean, circle of life, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also Circle of Life. There's also creating allies. Maybe Tiger Cub's mother will help us. Who knows? Or
Yeah.
we could just sell the cub to a hunter or
Jesus.
for magic.
Maybe we're angels. Maybe we're poachers. Who knows?
Maybe
yeah,
we're
go
just
on then,
ruthless.
We'll help. I'll help Yama Nokaze get the branch out with the cub.
Cool. So it's kind of the branch is not. It's like a root almost. Sorry. So you can't pull the branch out itself. You'll have to get the cub, but doing so will put you close to the piranha. So you can choose to try and rescue the cub, or you can choose to attack piranha to try and.
How many piranha? I assume there are like hundreds of, or not like hundreds, but like more than one.
Let me try and rescue.
There is more than
cub.
one and less than 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and rescue the cub.
There's 3 piranha. Okay, cool. Make me a. I think it's going to be a vigor. So it's a vigor to lift it out, but you will take an attack in doing so. So I'll ask for a swiftness afterwards. We see whether the vigor is successful.
Okay, rolling vigor.
Yeah, and you want to get a
My
12.
Vigor is not my strong point.
I believe.
14.
Cool, good. So
So I've
you
got
successfully.
-3.
Oh wow, that's good going. So you grab the cub, and some kind of strength goes through you that it doesn't know initially what's been happening and tries to claw at you, but you manage to kind of get it out. So roll me a swiftness as piranha attack you. The piranha, kind of angry at being cheated of their meal, lunge towards you.
19.
Very good. You successfully avoid them. One kind of maybe
Very good.
gets you, and you think it's got you, but actually it's just got your clothes, and so you just kind of whap it away, and it takes a bit of your shirt with it as you see it, and they kind of disinterested now. They've got nothing to chase, swim back off. The cub is thrashing around in your arms as you are kind of lifted out. It is unsettled. It's covered in, or it's got quite a few bite marks, and it's not in the best of shape.
I just give it a little stroke, being like, shh, calm, soft.
Yeah, make me spirit, please. A spirit roll at 12.
5.
It does not, and it bursts. It kind of actually wriggles so much it bursts from your arms and kind of jumps to the floor and kind of scuttles off into the forest or into
But
the jungle.
as it's doing that, I say, "Quick, Gammy, use your
Use your shuriken.
talisman. Use your talisman. Heal it while heal it and the
Yeah.
piranha.
And the piranha.
You have to heal an enemy at the same time, right?
Fine. Oh. Am I its enemy? I heal myself.
You target an ally and an enemy, so you could heal. You could heal yourself. No, you couldn't heal you're not an ally. So
You could heal
if
me.
Ray was using it,
I could.
Ray could probably heal you, but then the tiger's not its enemy. So to be very
Cool.
semantic.
I'll heal the tiger and the piranha then.
Okay, so you do a spirit test. Use them as texts.
9.
You try and channel the power of this talisman, but it feels wrong to you. It's like something you're not too sure. It vibrates weirdly in your hand, and all of a sudden you get double vision as the kind of backlash and concentration hits you, and you get a bit of a headache. You take another damage of kind of magical backlash through this.
Can I roll a virtue?
You could use a
You could
use a
re-roll
virtue
it.
to re-roll it if you wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20.
There you go. So you
Nice.
you heal the tiger. The piranha are gone. So it kind of something weird happens to the talisman, and you feel it buzzing with an energy that kind of seems to be a bit latent in there.
Oh, is it? Is it going to do a weird thing where we
That's
go into
bullshit.
combat next, and I'm going to attack an enemy, and
What
it
do
will
you
naturally
mean
just
it's
go back and
bullshit?
heal itself?
Yeah, as in, like, I thought you would have said when I was like, target the piranha, be like, you can't see the piranha anymore.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fair. I can say that. So no, that's fine. It will
No,
heal.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's
No,
fine.
no.
No, I quite like
No,
the
you're
idea
right
of this
though. I
thing.
didn't.
It's gonna
I
heal
didn't.
something random that we're fighting
Yeah,
at an inopportune
reckon-
moment when we're winning. When I pull out a Ronin and they crit, and then you can heal it back up. It's fine. Yeah, let's just do that.
Well,
No,
Ray, you know what we need
you're
to
quite
do
right
then.
though. There was no, and actually with a nat 20, I will. If it was a nat 20, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
it's
can.
natural.
To be fair, in my mind, I did not tell you the piranha were gone. Even I said they swam upstream. I said they swam away. So
You
I
did,
would
but-
kind of stand by
but
that.
you-
You didn't
But I
say
let
we
you go
couldn't
through
see
the
'em.
action and without doing it. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. So with a nat 20, there's no kind of feedback there for now.
Cool.
Good.
Does my little tiger cub still run off, or does he come back?
It does. It is running essentially. It doesn't know that it came from you. So it flees kind of the source of panic.
Can I
Yeah.
teleport to catch it?
You can, yeah, you can teleport if you want to shadow step and try and grab it. That would be a vigor check to grapple it.
King Vigor. Bye, cub. Let's move on.
So you, whatever, you grab it, and again, you appear in front of it from the shadows and just lunge towards it, but it's too quick for you and just darts kind of out of the way.
Now
All
it's
right,
just
see you later.
associating you with the piranha.
All right, let's move on. Let's
Fair.
what's the? Is it kind of? We've been traveling for a while now, right? So do we
You
need
went
to
for a half a
make-
day. Yeah.
Okay, so we've still got another
And you
half day
see-
before we need to rest.
So you're heading towards the falls now, and that journey to there looks to be about a half a day away.
Okay. Well, let's keep going then, and then we'll rest when we get there.
So you leave the rapids behind, and you press on towards the falls. But as you do, you kind of come past a statue that is all kind of overgrown, and as it notices you approach, it kind of bursts to life and makes towards you in a hostile manner. Zen. So this
Not
statue
again.
comes at you, and I assume it's the same marching order, 20 feet away. Yeah. So roll the jungle
No
has
inkling
become
from the
more
divining-
dangerous.
The divining rod that this was going to happen.
Well,
I'm guessing 'cause it was inanimate and then got triggered by us in proximity. So like,
and also you're 20 feet behind
Okay.
all of this, so it's
delayed.
Yeah.
yes.
Ray, maybe you should stick closer to me now.
Okay.
Safety in numbers.
Mhm.
Okay, right. So rolling
initiatives.
a d6.
Yep, d6.
You run on that
Just one of you.
1.
A 1. So the statue will go first and has caught you off guard. So make a swiftness roll, Zen.
7.
A 7. So this thing kind of has a giant tusk that it reaches out to gore you with and does
What does this thing look like?
2 damage. It's a large statue of kind of like a tall bipedal elephant, I would say. That it's
Cool.
kind of, so it goes to gore you with its tusks and does 2 damage to you. Kind of
2?
pushing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
2
okay.
damage to you, kind of pushing you back. And then it'll be one of your turns. So that's all it does in its turn, is it's kind of like standing in the path in the way of you.
So we're rolling swiftness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
10.
5.
Cool. So Zen, what are you doing?
I get my Kusarigama and hit it back.
Do it. So make me this would be a vigor roll, as it is close. And it's a 12.
I rolled a 12 and then I've got to add -3 to it.
So you will miss your swipe. Or not even miss. I think it just bounces off as you hit it. This ivory is quite solid.
Can
Ray.
I?
Oh yeah.
Can I just then shadow step out the way?
You can. You don't even need to shadow step. You could just shuffle out the way if you want to, as part of your attack, to kind of like get moving.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, nice. Ray, what
Do you want to try and? Are we still next to a river?
No, you will be. Yes, actually, you'll be following the river upstream towards these falls.
Did you want to try and lure it into the river or something?
With a taunt.
I don't.
A world famous Zen Sakura taunt.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at a distance and use my chained Kusarigama.
Sarigama. Yeah.
Kusarigama. Yeah.
So.
Oh no, that's an 8.
Can I ask? While we've been watching this statue move, obviously it's come and attacked me, and then I kind of sidestep. Can I see like a statue? Is there like any cracks or anything? Can I see any weak points? And like, how fast does it move, or is it quite slow and clunky?
It's quite clunky. I would say it looks strong from what you've seen. It as it burst, it was covered kind of in vines, and it burst out of them and has knocked like branches off trees and that as it's been as it came to you. You can see some signs of wear and tear. I would say if you wanted to try and target those, it would be a more difficult attack, but you would you would do more damage and potentially reduce armor for it as well. You could probably choose one or the other: do more damage or reduce its armor.
Okay, interesting. And where are these areas of damage?
It's kind of actually where the vines had been growing around it. They've actually gone into where the roots have kind of taken hold. They've actually drilled into kind of say the shoulders a bit around. So there's a couple of points you could pick out and do if you wanted to.
Okay.
So Ray, you're up. Oh no, you use your Kasari armor.
Yeah, I missed.
Yeah, fine, cool. The statue will lumber towards you. Did you move towards the river or more towards the tree line? Zen.
Me?
Zen.
Oh, Zen.
Towards the river.
Okay, so it will kind of lumber towards you and attempt to attack you again with it just mindlessly. It's looking to just kind of try and gore you. There's no kind of tactics to it, really. It seems a bit autonomous in this respect. So yeah, make a swiftness roll, please. And it's with a difficulty rating of 12.
6.
A 6. So this thing catches you again with its tusks and does 1 damage to you. Luckily, now it is you.
Okay.
Do we roll swiftness again?
We should have rolled actually to see who went first. So hold on. Would you like to do that? In fact, roll the d6 to see who goes first in the round, because I just said this thing went first. So
yes. 3.
But we're keeping the 1 damage.
Yeah, the 3 this thing would have gone first anyway.
Okay.
So it does.
Fine.
It carries on the same way. So out of you two, roll swiftness and add d6.
Also 5.
Cool.
Again, that's always gives me 5s.
Oh, rolling swiftness with a d6.
So you roll, d6 and add your swiftness to it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 3 again.
Cool.
Okay.
So Ray will be going first out of you two.
This thing was pretty strong, you said.
Yes.
Okay,
And even though you missed your Kasari Gama's attack, it looked like it wouldn't have really done anything anyway.
Oh god. Okay, I'm going to try and summon my spectral friend again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shout. If it, let's see if it works or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is 21.
Yeah. Cool. So
the
skeletal
fastest
figure
ever reciting of my unseen text.
Nice.
I call forth this spectral guardian, and I point and say, "Attack!" and it attacks for 4 rounds again.
Yeah,
amazing.
Nice.
And then I'm going to shout to Yama Nokaze, and I'm going to say, "Yami, let's run for the tree line. I don't think we can take this thing."
Yeah. So, is it my turn now?
It will be the spectral, the skeletal, dude. So attack with spirit.
13.
That will hit, yes, and a d8.
D8. That's a 3.
The sword, even though it's a
Clangs
mighty
off.
blow, just clangs straight off the armor of this thing. It's got pretty good armor.
Yeah.
And I rolled pretty well for it.
And then I'm going to run. Like, which way do I think is the way that we were trying to go?
You know which way it is. You follow upstream. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So
the river was on your right, sort of thing.
I'm going to give it a wide berth, and then I'm going to keep on heading that way and go, Yami, leave it. Let's run.
And the skeletal warrior just is under the direction that you just keep it busy. You kind of imagine you whisper as you
keep
go past.
attacking.
Yeah. Nice.
Never
So
give up. Never
Zen,
surrender.
Yeah. So
just tactically retreat.
I think the engagement isn't working. So yeah, let me shadow step as far away as possible in the direction we need to go. Maybe past
Nice.
this little plinth
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that it was so up that way. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll shadow step. I will teleport away.
Nice. And you can, with your movement and stuff, you can get kind of far enough away, especially
Can we
with
like double movement? Is that a thing or not?
Well, I think it's more about the distraction that the skeleton. So it's focused on the skeleton now, or the
Okay,
skeletal
cool.
ghostly warrior, because
Cool.
it is just all it's doing is attacking. And it gives you enough time. So with those 4 rounds, when it disappears, you see it kind of like if you were to look, you would see it kind of scan around
Mm.
and look for something. And when it
When
doesn't see anything, almost just stops exactly where it was until the next
Yeah.
thing comes along that would trigger it.
Oh, that's cool. When I get past the plinth of it, does it go back onto it? We don't know. When I pass the plinth, can I have a look to see, just like very
It
like
wasn't a
cursory
plinth.
glance?
It was just stood there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm with you.
Yes, it was
Awesome.
just a
Yeah.
statue that just burst,
Yeah.
came to life.
Yeah.
There we go. So no, yeah, the rest of the journey happens uneventfully. Again, I've used that phrase before. I'll use it again. It's just the same old horrible, spooky jungle, blood rain, big bugs. So every so often, so smaller snakes will slither across the path in front of you, and occasionally you'll hear beasts in the woods, but
Has
nothing.
the bloody mist got
That
denser?
bloody mist.
That bloody mist has that bloody mist turned in
It's
from a drizzle
actually
into
it's
a?
abated a bit
Oh,
today.
really?
It's a bit lighter. It's not as
Oh,
before. It
interesting.
was a bit more of a the day before, as I said, it was more of
A bit more
a
downpour.
yeah. And today it's not as bad. So yeah.
Good. Cool.
So your path climbs through the trees and follows the river until it opens out onto a mountain of waterfalls. There's fireflies and glistening butterflies illuminate the scene. At the bottom of the falls, there's a pool, and it has 2 young women bathing in the waters of the lake. And they sing a beautiful melody while swimming around. Yeah, they. How sneaky are you being? Really? What are you?
I feel
How do you
like
approach? Are you just walked up? You can hear them singing from a while off until you
okay.
were to
So
see them there.
I definitely suggest that we approach carefully. I'm gonna keep my divining rod pointed on them just to check if see what the
Oh,
vibes I'm getting.
oh, you're getting vibes off the chain. This there's vibes here. This thing is
This is
almost shaking out of your hands.
dangerous stuff.
Yeah, this is
Okay. Is there another way around?
no. You will have to pass close enough to these pools to start your climb further on. The path goes right next to it.
Okay. Yami, I, I think that whatever is creating this beautiful melody, is it a beautiful melody or is it like a
Yeah.
cacophonous?
It's
Okay.
a beautiful melody.
Whatever is creating this beautiful melody, I think
You hear songs from your childhood.
does
They're
not
singing.
mean us any good and is in fact a great threat to us. Do I get any spiritual energy? Like, do I feel like these are otherworldly, or like, can I test for that or not?
Yeah, make a spirit test, I would say.
Okay. That is a crit 1. I have no idea. It's a fumble.
It is. I would say, even with that, you can tell there's something going on here. Something about this whole place is giving spiritual, and actually, you're not sure how much of it is the general vibe of the area versus these two, and you can't pinpoint. There's definitely some energy, but you just cannot pinpoint what is going on here.
I've read stories of sounds being like a way that tricks people into believing things or lulled into a false sense of security. Should we... I could ask my divining rod if we should block our ears.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah? Or blindfold? I mean, that just might make us horrendously easy targets for anything that was trying to kill us.
Yeah, let's leave the blindfolds for now.
Okay, but I'm just saying now, if there's some beautiful ladies, you are not to go chasing
Waterfalls.
literal mermaid tail.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Okay, so should I
Ask
ask
the
the
bloody
divining
stick.
rod if plugging our ears will help protect us?
Are you asking, or are you asking
I know I'm
me
asking
to ask?
you if I should ask that.
Yeah, that's why I was silent, because I don't want
Sorry.
you to be like, "Oh, that's well, good free information
No.
there."
I wouldn't. If you'd given
Yeah,
it, if you'd answered, I'd have been like, "Cool, that was my question."
yeah,
But
fair.
Yami, is that the question I should ask?
I mean, should we just cover our ears anyway and see what happens?
Okay, we could do that. But like, do we want to do it? Should I ask? Should we blindfold ourselves?
No, let's not blindfold ourselves.
But like, will we get to ask a question? Do you want to use that here, or do you
Yeah,
want?
but I don't know. How far are we from our rest point? Systems tester.
It's been about a day, so you will need to rest soon.
Okay, but let's get to somewhere safer than like near this.
Okay, yeah. All right, ask the question
creepy
then.
energy.
Ask the question.
Okay, we're gonna plug our ears with whatever we can anyway. Divining rod. Would we be safer if?
No, go on, it's fine.
He's pulling a face. He's got his head in his hands. Would we be safer if we blindfolded ourselves so that we could not see the upcoming situation?
No.
Okay, cool, good. Okay, earplugs it is. We fashion whatever we can out of what we've got and plug our ears. And I'm going to hold on to the like tail of Yami's coat to stay close.
Cool.
Can we try and sneak around it? Do we think we can sneak along the path to avoid being detected?
No, because you need to start climbing these
okay,
falls.
so it's like full.
So you would be in view.
Yeah, let's rest.
Okay. I guess we. I'm gonna take out. Would I have like? I've got all these texts. Would I have like pen and paper?
Do you have pen and paper?
I don't know. Well,
Or did you leave it in the bloody cart?
I could have left it in the small wagon. Yeah, I feel like I'm a person who would like. I definitely have a diary and a note. Like I'm definitely that kind of person.
If you have a diary, then yes, you would have.
But I don't know
pen and
if I'm
paper.
like. I don't know if that's like a super precious commodity. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to show my diary to anyone.
It'd be quill. There's quill and ink is a thing. Here.
Is it really expensive in this world, or is it?
No, it's two Rio for quill and ink.
I'm not sure there's any shops around here though.
No, I know, but can I just say that I've got like quill and ink and some paper then?
Oh,
Yes.
we're backdating things now again, are we? Remember, I packed
5
away
sheets
my
of
bear
parchment.
traps.
Jesus, 5 Rio. Break the bank. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to move them to a relatively easy access place, like from pocket or something.
Okay.
And
Interesting to see. Yeah, cool.
and then I'm ready to go.
Cool.
Let's do this.
I feel like we should maybe, if we know that we can't sneak past, we should announce ourselves so that we don't startle them. I mean, I would hate if this is like can we see them or not? Or are we all doing this blind at the minute?
I
We can hear splashing and
think
song.
you can hear song and splashing. Yeah.
Okay.
You've
If
not
these
approached.
are
You. No. What did I say there? No, you could see them because you can see that there are two. They're two young women, so you can see.
okay,
them.
so I'm going to say that like we maybe like poked our head. Maybe like I poked my head round and then I like pulled the two of us back and was like, then we prepared. I'm going to go, Yami. Don't be too distracted, and we should announce ourselves so that the women can cover themselves, because it would be wildly inappropriate for us to.
Why
See
are you
them
trying
if
to
they're
interfere with
swimming.
nature again?
I'm just saying, like we should announce ourselves before. We'd hate for them to get the wrong impression. You know, we're not like those people on one side of the bathhouse trying to have a look over the other side of the bathhouse.
What kind of bathhouses do you go to?
What kind of bathhouses do you go to?
I don't.
Okay, well, maybe you should, because honestly, there are smells.
It's not me. I use no spice out in the stream.
I have
me.
noticed it is an improvement. Okay, so I'm gonna shout. Hello, we're we're round the corner and we need to go past you, but we don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
You don't hear anything in response. Your ears are plugged.
Do they? Okay. I'm gonna wait for 5 beats, and then we're gonna walk around the corner and carry on our path. And I like.
As you wait, you kind of see in front of you. There's a butterfly, and then it flying off towards them, and then another one, and then what seems to be like a swarm, and there's a reflection of light kind of coming off the water on the trees behind you. Then, yeah, that's it's all just kind of happening as you're doing that.
Okay.
Does it mean anything to you, Ray?
Does it mean anything to me?
No, I don't know.
No, it doesn't. No.
All right. So the mermaids have done absolutely nothing.
Okay, and then on my 5th clap, I'm like, okay, Yami, I guess we can proceed. And I poke my head out round the corner to see.
So are they actually mermaids, and are they?
No, you see one of them is basically stood dead in front of your face when you turn around there, and the other one is floating above the pool, surrounded by the swirl of butterflies. The one that is stood in front of you, just you hear in your mind, it says, "We were waiting for you," and then you hear from the other one, "You will not enter the temple alive."
Yami, I've made some terrible decisions.
So roll initiative, please. This was GM'd by Nick, with Jay as Rei Ishikawa and Pav as Zen Sakura. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for the next chapter.